Very cheerful morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are fine and taking good care of your health. I welcome you all today in moral value class. Students, today we will do chapter 6, Laughter is the best medicine. So kindly take out your books and open page number 33 in your moral value book. Be ready, I'm giving you 2 minutes. Before starting the chapter, I would like to start today's class with a positive thought. The thing everyone should realize is that the key to happiness is being happy by yourself and for yourself. That means be happy in all the circumstances, because when we are having a positive attitudes toward our life, we will definitely lead a happier life. Negative thoughts bring stress, so we need to be positive and we should think positive every time so as to create a joyful environment around us. And that is the topic of today, that is laughter. Laughter is the best medicine, as it helps you not only to keep your physical health strong, but also mentally also you will feel relaxed and stress free. So let's start. It is best said that your sense of humor is one of the most powerful tool you have to make certain that your daily mood and emotional state support good health. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand value of laughter and how it helps a person to stay away from stress. Second, you will also know that how laughter can prove to be the best medicine. Let's start today's class and see the benefits of laughter. Laughter, as you all know, always keeps smiling. You might have observed your teachers also while teaching or while ending their classes, they always say, keep smiling. Yes, this is not just a word, it is a word which you need to understand what is the purpose behind keep smiling. If we are smiling, if we are smiling, that brings a joy in our life. It keeps our body and physical health and mental health healthy. That is why it is said that laughter is the best medicine. Laughter is infectious. The sound of roaring laughter is far more contagious than any cough, sniffle, or sneeze. Now, laughter is infectious means if you create happiness, it will spread from one place to another, from one person to another, because the sound of laughing is more contagious, and it is good that if you are smiling, if you spread happiness around your friends, family, it will create a joyful environment. When laughter is shared, when we used to laugh with our friends, with our family, it binds people together and increases happiness and lightens the atmosphere. Laughter also trigger healthy physical changes in the body. Laughter strengthens our immune system, boosts our energy, diminishes pain, and protects us from the damaging effects of stress. Best of all, this priceless medicine is fun, free of cost, and easy to use. Laughter is a powerful antidote to stress, pain, and conflict. Conflict means when you had an argument with your friends and family related to any topic, when you are not agree with some point, Then conflicts came around and fighting is there. Nothing works faster or more dependably to bring our mind and body back into balance than a good laugh. Humor lightens our burden, inspires hope, and connects us to others and keep us grounded, focused, and alert. So I hope the benefits of laughter is clear to you. Laughter not only improves our physical health, it also improves our mental health. It relaxes the whole body. It boosts your immune system. Boost means it increases your immune system. It triggers the release of endorphins, the body's natural feel good chemicals. It protects the health of the heart. It dissolves distressing emotions. It helps you to relax and recharge. So, with this benefit, this is the free medicine that we are not supposed to eat it. We have to feel it, and you can see a list of benefits that laughter is providing. It is such a big tool to bring happiness in our life. With so much power to heal and renew, the ability to laugh easily and frequently is tremendous resource for surmounting the problems. Surmounting means reducing the problems, enhancing our relationships, and supporting both physical and emotional health. Now let's read a story that is for fun, and also every story has a moral. Let's see what this story wants us to learn. Akbar, when you see in the picture, Akbar once went out hunting with the men of his court. It was cold winter day. When they were returning home in the evening, they passed a lake. On dipping his hand in the lake, Akbar found the water very cold. He suddenly declared that whoever would spend the whole night standing in the pond, he would give 1,000 coins to him. A young nobleman said that he would try and stepped into the water. Akbar put a man to watch over him during the night. The night was very cold, but the young man was strong willed and brave. Therefore, he could bear the severe cold. So, what happened one day? Akbar went for hunting with his courtiers, and what did he found on his way in the evening when he was returning? There was a lake, and that lake was very the water in the lake was very cold, and he declared whosoever spent whole night in that lake will get a 1,000 gold coins from the king as a reward. A young nobleman agreed, and he wanted voluntarily to spend his night in the water. He was very determined to get his reward. Akbar appointed one of his men to watch over him during the night. The night was really very cold, and as I told you, the man was very determined. He has a strong willpower, and he performed this task very nicely. What is the task? That he spent his night in the lake. After that, towards dawn, dawn means before the sun rises, some men lighted a fire on the other side of the lake and sat round it to warm themselves. When the young man saw the distant fire, he stretched his arms toward it and said, how nice. The next morning, Akbar arrived at the scene and asked the guard if the man had sincerely completed the bet. The watchman said Everything was all right the entire night, but towards dawn, the young man warmed himself at a fire on the other side of the lake. Akbar instantly declared that the man could not be given the reward as he had failed the bet. The young man the young man was heartbroken. He tried to tell Akbar the truth, but the king was not willing to listen. So the young man went to Birbal and told him of his plight. The same day, Birbal invited Akbar and his men to a great feast. At the appointed time, the guests came to Birbal's house and he received them with great honor. He then told them to wait a little as the food was being cooked. Akbar and his men waited and waited, but the food was nowhere to be seen. Every now and then the king asked, "Is the food ready?" But Birbal only gave one response, "It is cooking, sir." At last, Akbar got impatient and asked to be shown the wonderful cooking. Birbal took him to the inner yard. Akbar was amazed to see the cooking pots hanging 15 feet above the fire, tied to a branch of a tree. So, what happened after the man performed his task? Towards dawn, when before the sunrise, few men came near the lake and they lighted the fire on the other side of the lake and they sat around it to warm themselves. Young man was in the lake as he was performing his task. He stretched his arms towards it so that he may get warmth from that fire. But do you think he'll get warmth from this much distance? No. But the next morning when the Akbar came and he asked the guard regarding his performance, guard informed him wrongly that before the dawn the task performed by the young man was good, but during during dawn the man warmed himself at a fire on the other side of a lake. Akbar declared immediately that he will not give a reward to that man as he was failed in his exam. The young man was very disappointed as he performed that task deliberately. As he performed his task deliberately, with sincerity. Still, he was not getting reward. He was very disappointed. And then he went to Birbal and told him his situation. Birbal, as you know, he was very intelligent. He tried to teach Akbar a lesson regarding this injustice done by Akbar to that man. What did he do? He invited Akbar and his men for a dinner. Clear, everyone? And at the appointed time, guests came. Akbar came with his men. Birbal welcomed them with great honor and then he told them to wait as the food was cooking. Now, Akbar and his men, they waited and they asked Birbal about the food. But Birbal gave only one response, that it is cooking, sir. At last, Akbar got impatient, and when he waited for so many hours, he got impatient and he wanted to see where the food was cooking. Birbal took him to the inner yard and Akbar was shocked to see, as you can see in the picture, the pot was hanging 15 feet above from the fire and it is tied to a branch of tree. Do you think from this heat that food in the pot will be able to cook? No. And do you have any idea why Birbal is doing like this? Yes, he wanted to teach Akbar a lesson that if this heat is not able to cook this food in the pot, how the man can get heat from the distance of from the distance of lake. This is the lesson taught by Birbal to Akbar. Akbar was amused at the sight and said, "What are you up to, Birbal? How can the food cook on a fire which is 15 feet away from it?" Birbal said, "Oh, yes, it can, sir," said Birbal. Akbar said, "How? Can you please explain me? You just hang this pot 15 feet away from the fire and you are now saying it is possible that the food will get cooked. I don't think so. If it is possible, tell me how." Birbal said, "It is exactly in the same way in which a man can take warmth at fire 500 feet away from him," replied Birbal. Now Akbar understood what Birbal wants to teach him. Akbar understood what Birbal meant, and he immediately called the young man who had spent the night in water and gave him the promised 1,000 gold coins. So, what is the moral of the story? Keep your sense of humor intact. It helps fight tension. So, from this story, we can get an idea that whether king had done injustice to the young man. He promised to give 1,000 gold coins, but he refused, as according to him, the man was failed. But the man had performed his task with honesty and with sincerity, and he deserves to get the prize. But Birbal, he uses his sense of humor and intelligence to teach him a lesson and get the justice from the king for the young man. So, I hope you got it that we should adopt positivity in our life, and with the positivity we can deal any type of conflicts easily rather than getting negative, doing arguments and creating stressful environment around us. This is the lesson we get from this short story. I hope the story is clear to you and the concept behind this chapter is clear, that laughter is the best medicine to keep your physical and emotional health healthy as well as strong. With this, I would like to end today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.